Hello and welcome to Courts Today by Live Law. Let's get to today's top legal updates. The Apex Court grants protection to minor girl forced into child marriage to settle debts. Supreme Court grants interim anticipatory bail to Kerala journalist T.P. Nandakumar. Calcutta High Court commutes death sentence of man convicted for rape and murder of 2.5-year-old girl child. Bank liable for loss caused by negligently encashing checks with false signatures. Kerala High Court. I'm your host Yashasvi Gupta with your daily roundup of legal updates from across the country. For detailed reading, you can always visit on www.livelaw.in. Please make sure to watch this video till the end and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel because the support means the world to us. The Supreme Court granted police protection to a minor girl from Bihar who escaped from a forcible marriage and to her friend who helped her escape. The girl was allegedly married off to a 33-year-old contractor Jai Shankar to settle her parents' financial debts. She accused him of physical abuse and has sought annulment of marriage under the Protection of Child Marriage Act 2006. Her friend also faces kidnapping charges for assisting her escape. A bench of Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan and Justice Manmohan directed the Director General of Police of Bihar and the Delhi Police Commissioner to ensure their protection and submit a status report on the next date of hearing. The Supreme Court issued notice in an anticipatory bail plea filed by Kerala-based journalist Nandakumar TP, accused of publishing a defamatory video on his YouTube channel, Crime Online, targeting a prominent women politician. The video allegedly contains sexually colored, derogatory and threatening remarks. An FIR was registered under the provisions of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and Section 67 of the IT Act. A bench of Justices Sandeep Mehta and P.V. Varale granted interim relief, directing that in case of arrest, Nandakumar be released on bail upon furnishing bonds to the satisfaction of the investigating officer. The matter is listed next after 6 weeks. The Calcutta High Court has commuted the death sentence of a man convicted for the rape and murder of a 2.5-year-old girl who was sleeping with her family under a flyover in Kolkata's Khidarpur area. The prosecution had presented witnesses who saw the man near the child's residence and later carrying a girl in his lap around 1 a.m. In view of the evidence in the case, the trial court convicted the appellant and sentenced him to death. However, Justice Debanshu Basak and Justice Shabbar Rashidi ruled that although the crime was heinous, it did not meet the rarest of rare standard necessary to uphold a death penalty. The court noted that the act was not pre-planned nor motivated by enmity. While affirming the conviction, the court held that the present case did not fall in the rarest of rare category and commuted his death sentence to life imprisonment with a mandatory minimum of 50 years in prison till the convict would be eligible for remission. The Kerala High Court has held that banks cannot escape liability for negligently encashing checks bearing false signatures. A division bench of Justices Satish Ninan and P. Krishna Kumar delivered this ruling in a batch of appeals filed by the plaintiffs, all private companies or individuals operating out of Kozhikode, against the dismissal of their money recovery suits by the additional subcourt. The appellants alleged that 47 checks were fraudulently encashed from their accounts by Bank of Baroda, despite bearing false signatures of the authorized signatories, while some amounts were returned and 32 checks caused financial loss. The trial court had dismissed the suit citing a lack of evidence and inadequate fraud pleadings. However, the High Court found that the trial court misunderstood the case and wrongly shifted the burden of proof. Given these findings, the High Court ruled in favor of the plaintiffs and allowed them to recover the amounts lost due to the forged check encashments. The court also awarded interest at 6% per annum from the date the suits were filed until the amounts were released.